Right, hopefully I'm fully in the shot. Hello and welcome again. Basically I'm going to do a series of wee stories. There maybe 3 of them for Halloween, because obviously it's Halloween season. The first one is not really scary, it's more a creepy in an unusual way, and yet romantic in a sad way. Well, basically, legend has it that there is a book of tricks. It is a very ancient book, and you've heard of the expression, the oldest trick in the book. But if you turn to the last page of the book, it has a description of a deck of cards called Cards of Deception. All 54 are listed. Of course they are. This is a pack of cards. They're a nice one of the Giant's Causeway actually, but they are normal cards like this. They have your typical Queen, King and Joker. The 2 jokers are the black card and the white card, because obviously you can play good cop or bad cop, or like Little White Lies, you know, everything's about a deception in a very unusual way. But the thing about these cards is they have pictures of sinister scenarios, basically, of each deception. And I'm just going to go through the deck of cards of the Cards of Deception. There is the card of innocence, which there are people who play that card a lot. The card of emotion, you know, people, emotional blackmail. There's loads of ways. It's multi-layered. Each deception is very much multi-layered. The card of blame, the card of sickness, the card of convenience, the card of poverty, the card of love, the card of silence, the card of confusion, the card of religion, the card of happiness, the card of the dream, the card of cuteness, the card of appearance, the card of strength, the card of tears, the card of the fool, the card of the victim, the card of kindness, the card of loyalty. Okay? No, Ellie, not now. Sorry about that. The card of fun, the card of freedom, the card of pride, the card of Mother Nature, the card of change, the card of perfection, the card of health, the card of revenge, the card of honesty, the card of ethics, the card of peace, the card of culture, the card of the family, the card of thankfulness, the card of caring, the card of intention, the card of history, the card of knowledge, the card of helplessness, the card of the mindful, the card of diligence, the card of the community, the card of ownership, the card of denial, the card of fairness, the card of justice, the card of safety, the card of choice, the card of liberty, which is the liberty in the scope to do what one pleases, the card of innovation, the card of luck, and finally the card of fate. There are bonus cards which you can swap cards over. There is only 6 bonus cards: the card of today, the card of yesterday, the card of normality, the card of weirdness, the card of resistance, the card of patience. So basically they're the deck of cards, and I haven't really titled the main character in this story. I still have to obviously make it into a short story, but this is the basis of the story, and the title is Don't Play That Card With Me. A man in his early 30s is lonely. He is basically a nobody. One day his granny passed away. And while cleaning out the attic, he came across an old deck of cards, titled The Deck of Deception. They had the usual ace, king, queen, jack, and so forth, but the pictures depicted sinister scenarios relating to each deception. There was a folded piece of paper with rules of a solo game, Patience. He learnt how to play, and he learnt how to play each deception. He got it down to a fine art. I'll play this card today, this card, bang, whop, wallop. He was playing them left, right, and centre, basically. He played various cards each day and eventually made himself important, where he became wealthy and people looked up to him. And like politicians, he played the card of the community. Boom! The card of caring. Wallop! And people trusted him and believed him. One day he met a woman and genuinely fell in love with her. And times were high and good, where he did not want. No, he had everything, especially when in love. Over time, his old conscience came back. He did not want to play the deception game anymore, no. Gave the cards to a second-hand shop. Eventually he lost his wealth and people saw who he really was. He was very poor, but he thought, at least I have the only truly love. But one day she came into the living room and tossed the card at him, the card of love. And it landed in front of him. He looked down to the ground, his eyes wide and bulging. He took a slight deep breath, a few tears. And she said, "I never loved you." And tears started to stream down his face, and he fell to his knees. "Please, please, I need you, I love you." But she left him, and the man was back where he started, all alone, but worse still, with a broken heart. So it's a sad story, and we're all victims of playing cards throughout life when it suits us and stuff. But sometimes honesty does win the day, and sometimes having everything's not everything, and that's the moral of the story. But thank you for listening.